Hey everybody, what's up? I'm Vazquez here from the internet, and if you're into these internet things and you want to know one of the best traffic sources out there, stay with me because I'm going to show you how to generate a ton of free traffic with just a couple of minutes a day. So let's do this. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Vazquez here from the internet, and I just wanted to welcome you guys to this video. This is the first video of the Grow Your Traffic series, or Grow Your Organic Reach series, or whatever you want to grow series, okay? And the idea on this video series is that I'm going to be sharing with you 4, maybe 5 free traffic sources that are great when you're starting out, when you're testing a project, when you do not want to spend that money on PPC, etc. These sources of traffic, they are great if you're starting out, they are great if you want to test an idea, etc. Now, just as a disclaimer, I do not believe in free traffic in the internet. Because here's the deal, you're either paying with your time or you're paying with your money. So these techniques, this is the first video, and it's gonna be probably 3 or 4 more videos. These techniques are free, but they do require time. You won't be paying with money, but you will be paying with your time. So have that in mind. You need to dedicate time, and you need to have some of the good stuff to share. Now, the first source of traffic that I want to share with you guys is one, in my opinion, one of the best source of traffic, and you can literally rely on this source of traffic only to kickstart your business. It's that powerful. And it's discussion forums and discussion communities. Let me elaborate on that, and then I'm going to show you how to find them and how to actually approach them to leverage on these communities. Now, discussion forums are usually really niche down, and those are the forums that you want to find. You will find online big, enormous general forums with thousands of subforums. Now, the truth is that the more niched the forum is, meaning let's say that you go, let's put an example of Warrior Forum. Warrior Forum is kind of an internet marketing, quote unquote, forum, okay? And in that forum you have different subforums. Now that's one, if not the biggest internet marketing forum online, that's one of the biggest. And the truth with that is that it's really niche down so that you can actually find a ton of people that they are really engaged with the topic that you want to sell, with the product that you want to sell, or they really have needs on that forum. Now, this is the keyword. The keyword is engagement here, because people are really engaged. They are really super, how can I put it? They are super into that topic, okay? Because if you're out there promoting stuff or engaging in discussions with people in those forums, that means that you have the time, or if not, you are making the time to actually go out there and dedicate a couple of hours a day to engage in the discussion of that forum. Now, the truth is that you need to be really respectful of these kind of communities and audiences, because people are really into that. And some of the people in the forums, they have been around for a couple of years, they have a good standing account, and the idea there is that, you know, if they feel harm, or if they feel that your presence in the forum could harm them or could menace them, they will let you know, okay? So have that in mind, be really super respectful of that, and that's the way you should be approaching a forum, a discussion forum, from a value sharing perspective. So when you're approaching a forum, you need to be really careful about this, because this can be a really powerful technique, and with great power come great responsibility, okay? So that's something that you need to know. Now, how do you find those forums that can actually, find people, where you can actually find people that are super engaged with your topic, with your niche, with your market? I'm gonna leave a link below so that you can download a guide with these traffic source and many others that have brought me around 6,000 visitors in 30 days for a brand new site. And there is where I share with you the guide, the step-by-step guide to actually uncover and find these open forums where you can go and register an account and start engaging and participating. So the link is going to be on the description below. So step number one is to actually go out there and find those forums. Again, click on the link below, download the guide, it's completely free and you will be on your way. Now, step number two would be to actually go in that forum, and once you have find them, register an account. Now, here's the deal. You could be branding, or I put it another way, you could be promoting your brand or a personal brand or your company brand. Now, my experience tells me that the best accounts for forums when you're trying to promote something, when you're trying to, bring people into your website, are personal brands, because people want to relate to a person. So instead of having your pretty logo on your avatar or registering a branded account, go ahead and register a personal account. If you have a social media in your team, or if you have somebody, a virtual assistant that can do this job, you can tell him to use his or her name, and you can use, you can add a tiny logo on the signature, or you can add a tiny logo on the avatar, just to make sure that that is a branded account. So he or she or yourself, you will not be using those accounts for personal interaction, but rather, with a clear objective. But my experience tells me that the best kind of accounts on these kind of sites are personal accounts. So you do not want to have your logo there, because people do not know who they are talking to. Okay, people want to relate to somebody when asking questions, etc. So that's step number two. Step number three is to optimize your profile. And this is super important, because when you're actively engaging and when you are becoming an active member of that community, people will actually check out your profile. On some forums, you will have kind of a quote-unquote analytics of your profile, where you can see people that have, visited you, click on your link, etc. On some forums you won't, but it doesn't really matter, because you will get a ton of referral traffic from your profile. So that needs to be on point. You can use the same, and this is my recommendation, you can use the same description that you have in your Google Plus account, in your LinkedIn account, in other forums, okay? It's good to have some consistency over there, because again, you're trying to promote a brand after all. So it's good to have some consistency. And here's a pro tip also: link to your other social media profiles, link to your other forum profiles, link to your other channels. This is super important, because let's say that I'm active on a forum and I'm checking out your profile. If I'm active on Twitter, I'm going to follow you on Twitter, if you really have something valuable to say. If I'm active on Instagram, I'm going to click on that and follow you on Instagram. So give people the opportunity to follow you on different channels. So that's step number three, is to optimize your profile for keywords, because some forum profiles will actually rank on Google. So use keywords, try to be helpful, try to be approachable, and leave links to your other social media profiles so that people can actually follow you. That's step number three. Step number four is, when you're opening an account, when you have 0 posts, it's a good idea to build some sort of reputation. So let's say that you're landing on a forum. It's a really, really important forum, like Warrior Forum, for example. And you will see these threads that have, thousands upon thousands of views and thousands upon thousands of answers, and a ton of interaction and a ton of heat going on, a ton of engagement and a ton of discussion, because these are discussion boards, discussion forums. And when nobody knows you, when nobody knows who you are, it's kind of hard to actually create rapport on those threads where a ton of activity is happening. So my best advice on these first steps, these baby steps that you're doing on your forums, is to go around finding for unanswered threads, and finding for those threads that maybe have 1 or 2 answers from other members. Usually the newest threads, you can on many forums, you can order there by date, and the newest threads are the ones that have little interaction, because they need to gain some traction, etc. And the most traction thread gets, some forums, technologies, some forum platforms will put them on top of the forum board. So go about finding those little threads that they might not have much interaction, but they do need an answer. And give an honest answer, okay? Add value, you can add value, you can give your answer, you can give your insights. Do not try to send people to your website yet. And this is super important, because if you're doing that, you will get hammered and probably banned, okay, for spammer. So do not do that. Be really helpful until you get, a couple hundred of posts. Maybe, you have spent maybe a month or two on the forum interacting, giving answers, giving insights, etc. So that's what you want to do. Now, when you're starting to get some clout, when you're starting to get some thanks on the forums, there's a thanks button as well. So you're starting to get some thanks from the other forum members, you're starting to get some traction, you're starting to get some traffic. Then you can jump on those heated threads so that you leverage on all of that traffic that particular thread is getting. So again, leave an insight, leave an answer, leave an honest, valuable response to that thread, and you'll get a ton of traffic to your profile. Maybe if at that point you have you have unlocked, quote unquote, the signature feature. On some forums you have that from the get-go, on some forums you need to unlock it. So when you have unlocked that, you can leave a link to a guide, to another forum thread, or to a PDF, or to a free lead magnet, whatever you're trying to do. So at that point you can start literally reaping the benefits from your work. Just by being honest, just by being open, just by being helpful on those forums and taking it easy, baby steps. That's the way I like to do it, because you want to do this for the long term. Now, that's step number 5 maybe, or 4, I don't remember right now, but step number 6 would be to create your own threads. And this is a great opportunity for many things. Step number 1, or opportunity number 1 for this, would be to actually gather insight and gather, intelligence on the market. I've had great results when it comes to creating a thread and actually, people interacting and answering the question that I left on the forum. So, you can get a ton of good insights and intelligence to create your product, to uncover needs of the market. So ask questions on the threads. Also, if you create a super powerful, super helpful thread with a guide, with a really, 1,500 words or maybe 2,000 words with prints, etc. People love that. And if you're really helpful on that, you will get a ton of traffic and a ton of clout from that thread, okay? That's kind of saying, it could actually be a guest post on that forum. And in some cases, people will, moderators will stick to that thread to the top, and you can get shared on the main page. You can get actually shared a ton of times. I have done that with many forums, and I've had great results just by being helpful, And if you can create an exclusive guide, maybe an infographic for that exclusive forum, this would be the ultimate warrior forum guide for, ranking your YouTube video or something like that. And then you can get a ton of traffic from that thread to your profile, to your other social media profiles, to your product, to your pages, etc. So this is how you approach a forum. Baby steps, you need to be really specific with the forum. You need to be really niche down on the forum. Baby steps, take it easy, build your clout, be really helpful, and then post super insightful, helpful, valuable threads on that and answers, and then you can start bringing people to your lead magnet, to put them in your list, to your offers, etc. So that way is how you create authority, you create clout. And again, guys, some forums are so massive that they can literally make or break your business, So some forums can get you a ton of results, and some people, all that they're doing is to be really helpful in forums, create a profile, create an authority figure on that forum, and that's all they're doing to bring website traffic, which is a great thing. So if these sound helpful, please share this video with somebody that needs to start applying these technique. Do not miss the next videos, because I'm going to be talking about press releases, guest posting, Q&A sites, how to approach them, how to squeeze them for maximum impact, and all of those kind of things. And if you really liked it, click the like button, Facebook, YouTube, click the like button, leave me a comment below. I would love to know what you have to say about this technique in particular. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.